Bienvenidos al departamento de Boyacá. Welcome to the land of freedom, the Department of Boyacá. It was here that Colombian independence was gained in the Battle of Boyacá, as well as home to countless pueblos and the world's most beautiful Páramo. But we'll get to all that. First off, I have another very important reason for being here because there is no better place to celebrate Christmas than here in Boyacá. So consider this the holiday special, I suppose? Welcome to Tunja, the capital of Boyacá and the self-proclaimed capital de frío of Colombia. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty cold here, but I'm used to seeing snow on Christmas, so I guess this is the next best thing. I'm walking down this little street. It's kind of off of the main plaza. So apparently it's called La Vuelta Perro or Dog Street by the locals here in Tunja because it's kind of where you hang out, grab a cup of coffee. So I think I should find some coffee.
¿Qué exactamente es? En Lechona, en cerdo, sí, el 80% es cerdo y el 20% es cerdo.
Okay, arroz?
Yeah.
Change of plans from the cafecito. It is Navidad, so I decided to get lechona instead, which is basically a suckling pig. The entire thing is cooked, but it is super soft and tender and delicious. So you can eat lechona any time of year, but it is especially popular during the Christmas season.
Now, Tunja is actually one of the highest cities in the entire country, located right in the heart of the Colombian Andes. The city was founded by the Spanish in August 1539, exactly 1 year after the foundation of Colombia's capital of Bogotá. It's filled with important religious sites and beautiful colonial architecture that bring visitors from all around the country, but this region, and Tunja specifically, holds a history that goes back much further than the Spanish. The city of Tunja is actually home to the largest number of remaining Muisca architecture in the country. The Muisca were the largest pre-Columbian group in Colombian history and occupied much of the Altiplano Cundina Boyacense. I'm actually sitting right beside the Hunza well, which is named for the former Zaque, or ruler of Hunza, now Tunja. Legend says that Hunza fell in love with his older sister, and the two fled to the nearby town of Chipata to be married. When their mother found out about the act, she flew into a rage and threw a stick at the couple. Stick missed the couple, but hit a jar of chicha, which flooded out into the ground and created the Hunza well.
Hola, amiguitos. ¿Cómo van?
Now, nearby are also the remains of the Goranchacha temple, built by the mythical chieftain Goranchacha to worship his father, the sun god Sue. The temple was a frequent site of pilgrimage for the Muisca people who would come from around the region to bring offerings for Sue. I'm about to go on a pilgrimage of my own, a Christmas pilgrimage. Boyacá es el hogar de la Ruta Navideña. Es una ruta de muchos pueblitos en el departamento que tienen luces para Navidad. Cada año muchas personas pasan por esta ruta de luces. Voy a visitar 3 pueblitos en la moto, pero hace tanto frío afuera, entonces tengo que abrigarme primero y vamos. Thomas is here and we are off to our first pueblito.
We've made it to stop number 1 on the Ruta Navideña, and that is the town of Nopsa. And first order of business is to find something to eat, but I don't think we're gonna have any kind of problem doing that. There are a lot of options.
Hola!
Okay!
Soy Jessica, tengo 22 años, vivo en Nopsa, Boyacá, un municipio pequeño de los 123 municipios que tiene Boyacá. La ruta más famosa es Nopsa, Corrales, Ciudad Sosa, Paipa. Nopsa es un lugar artesanal. Acá prima lo que es las ruanas, las artesanías hechas a mano. La ruana es un atuendo que se hace con lana de oveja y te lo pones encima. Es como una especie de cuadrado con un hueco en la mitad y te lo pones. Estas son las aromáticas que tienen todas las hierbas. Tiene maracuyá, tiene hierbas de albahaca, manzanilla, orégano, tiene aguardiente, que es también boyacense, limón y canela. El carajillo es lo mismo, solo que con tinto y es más fuerte.
Like apple cider, but with like lemon.
Lemon and maracuyá and aguardiente.
Todo tiene que tener aguardiente. Estamos en Colombia. We bought some cotton candy, and we also got this little light toy with it, so I guess we'll go try that out. Okay, my friend Jessica recommended these buñuelos from Altiplano. Cheers.
fried dough.
A little bit on this food reaction. Buñuelos are pretty popular year-round in Colombia, but they are definitely the Christmas specialty. It's sweetened dough, deep fried dough, deep fried dough.
It's fried dough.
Pueblo is extremely cute. Pueblito Boyacense is actually an architectural exhibition created by artist and journalist Jose Ricardo Baptista Pamplona. The Department of Boyacá is home to countless pueblos, and Pueblito Boyacense pays tribute to the unique architecture of some of the most notable ones. This day is actually about 120 families call it a permanent home. So the final stop of the night is the Puente de Boyacá. This installation is huge, y'all. I could literally see all of the lights as we were driving over the mountain. Also, they definitely got a theme going tonight. So I think this is my favorite installation of the bunch.
Welcome to the Puente de Boyacá in the daylight this time. This is the site of the Battle of Boyacá of 1819, often considered the most important battle in the history of Colombian independence. It was here that Simón Bolívar led troops in the final battle against the Spanish monarchy, officially securing New Granada as an independent state. Ever since, August 7th has been recognized as a national holiday here in Colombia in commemoration of this important battle. In getting in the Christmas spirit, I figured I should make some sort of Christmassy food. So in this special cooking segment, I'm going to attempt to make my own natilla. Natilla is kind of like a custard. It's one of the most popular dishes to be eaten around Christmas time, and it's delicious. My Airbnb doesn't have measuring cups, but I figured this looks like it's about a cup. Is this the first time that anybody's ever made natilla in a wok? That's what I have available. Mezcle continuamente a fuego media hasta que esté. Learning some new vocabulary words today. Continuously stirring. We're gonna sweat here. Here's how it's looking after about an hour in the fridge. Definitely gelatinous. Moment of truth. It's basically just a big block of milk and sugar and caramel. How can one go wrong with this? De uno natilla, job well done. So this morning we took the coldest, rainiest motor ride from Tunja to the tiny town of Mongui because it is right on the outskirts of the most beautiful Páramo in Colombia. How cold is it actually?
19 degrees.
Freezing. Welcome to Mongui, or the Ball Village. Now, the Department of Boyacá is home to countless pueblos, each with their own individual identity and heritage. You may have heard of the Kite Festival in Villa de Leyva, or maybe you remember the Ponchos in Nopsa, but here in Mongui, ball production has a history that dates back decades. There's one place in town to learn all about it.
El señor que se encuentra en la fotografía se llama Fernandino. Él va a prestar servicio militar en la frontera entre Colombia y Perú. Él, en un viaje que hizo a manos de así, en una cárcel vio cómo se curtía el cuero vacuno y qué maquinaria se utiliza y cómo se llamaba malo. Él tuvo un tiempo practicando allá y regresó aquí a su pueblo natal, Muisca Boyacá. Él contrató a 12 personas que los apodaban los 12 apóstoles. Él siguió practicando y pues contratando a más personas.
So right above me is actually the largest ball ever made by hand in the entire world. It is 4 meters across in diameter, and when it's filled with air, it weighs 150 kilos.
El festival celebra quizá el puentes de octubre. Cada año se realiza diferentes balones, como el balón más grande cocido a mano, fue el primero que se creó, y pues ya se siguen es como creando diferentes diseños para cada año y para cada festival.
Oh, I'm obsessed with you. Creo que este pueblo es uno de los pueblos más lindos que he visitado en Colombia. Me encanta.
A ver, cuénteme las cosas. ¿Cómo sucedieron, José Pantaleón?
Now, Mongui is also the birthplace of one of the most notable poets in Colombian history, El Indio Romulo. El Indio Romulo actually quit his military service to pursue his artistic ambitions and spent more than 50 years writing poems and music emblematic of Colombia. El Indio Romulo actually passed away in 2020 from the COVID-19 pandemic, but his legacy lives on throughout Colombia and is memorialized here at El Café Museo del Indio Romulo.
And that's why we came here to drink some canelazo and play some rama.
It is around 7:30 in the morning. We are hiking uphill to a Páramo de Oceta. It is considered the most beautiful páramo in the world, but this hill is no joke. Started the hike at about 3,000 meters of altitude, and we're only going up from here, so it is going to be a breathless day.
Hola, señor.
Might not have the very best views of this Páramo because we are literally in a cloud right now. Kind of feels like another world. So the clouds have finally parted and we've made it to the ridgeline of the Páramo, and this is really one of the most beautiful landscapes I think I've ever seen. So Páramo is an ecosystem completely unique to the tropical northern Andes. You can only find them in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and parts of northern Peru. The ecosystem is basically above the tree line but below the snow line, meaning that all the plants here grow incredibly slowly. One of the most iconic of these is the frailejón, which is basically the symbol of the Páramo here in Colombia. They basically grow by collecting moisture from the air, which then spreads through the plant and out the roots, which allows them to grow but also provides nutrients to the entire Páramo ecosystem. Páramo ecosystems are currently endangered due to over-farming and irresponsible tourism, but as long as you stay on the path and admire the frailejones from a distance, it's a pretty incredible place to be.
Hoy estamos saliendo del departamento de Boyacá, pero tenemos un pueblito más para visitar. ¿Recuerdas que decía que todos los pueblitos acá en Boyacá tienen como su propio patrimonio, su propia reputación? Entonces, bienvenidos al pueblito de queso. Estoy muy emocionada de visitar este pueblito, entonces vamos a comer un poquito de queso.
In total, for the cheese and 2 pieces of bread, we spent 4,000 pesos. That is good cheese. Oh, kind of like tangy. Thomas, do you know anything about cheese production?
You get cows, you get milk, churn the milk, I think. You use cheesecloths, you put the cheese cultures in the milk, and that helps it kind of like get funky. Something like doble crema, you don't want it to get too funky. Something like blue cheese, you're aiming for the funk. I don't know. There were some cows involved.
Thank you for sharing that valuable insight. I would say ending in the cheese town is a good way to end our time in Boyacá.
Boyacá may be the best place to spend Christmas in Colombia, but it's also a place where every corner has a story. I know I only scratched the surface, so let me know. What did I miss in Boyacá, and which department should I visit next?
Eso es todo por Boyacá. Nos vemos en el próximo video.